Hey there, my wedding planning friends, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, thanks so much for clicking on my video. I'm Emily Summer. I'm a wedding planner based in Montana, and I make weekly videos on wedding planning tips and advice. So today's video is going to be a continuation of the first, I think I have 3 out now that are all about the things you should be doing during your wedding planning process based on the month time frame before your wedding. So today is all about everything you should be doing 4 to 5 months before your wedding. If you haven't seen the video preceding this one yet, that is everything to do 6 months before your wedding. I'll link that for you above here. Go ahead and check that out and then come back and watch this one. So in the 4 to 5 month planning period of time before your wedding, it's kind of like the sweet spot of wedding planning. There's not really a ton to be doing during this time, which might come as a relief to you. A lot of your vendors should be booked at this point. A lot of the details and big items should be decided and confirmed and booked and all of that prior to this point. So if they haven't, then now's the time to be confirming all of those details. Make sure all of your main vendors are booked. And then the main priority during this 4 to 5 month time period is going to be working on those details for your wedding invitations. Most wedding invitations you'll want to send out about 3 months before your wedding, 3 to 4 months. If you are planning a destination wedding, you can go as far as 6 months before your wedding. If people may need to make travel accommodations, flights, hotels, transportation, all of that. If it's a local wedding and most of your guests are traveling just, a couple hours or so, no one really needs to get on a flight, you can send your wedding invitations out during this time here. So now's the time to be designing your wedding invites. Make sure you have all the addresses you need. If you sent out save the dates, then you should have all of these already. Start addressing your envelopes if you're doing them yourself. I know a lot of resources online if you're doing everything through like Minted or one of those sites that you're digitally creating your invitations online. They do offer addressing services on there as well, so definitely check into that if you don't want to have to address each and every envelope yourself. But now is the time to be working on those things. You also want to make sure that if you are providing transportation for your wedding, that you have this schedule planned out. So if there is a bus that's going to be picking up your guests from a hotel or from 1 or 2 primary locations, that you have this schedule figured out with the transportation company, and you have that information on your website or somewhere where your guests can receive this information and know what to expect when it comes to transportation to and or from your wedding. You also want to make sure that you have event insurance at this point. A lot of venues will require it at the booking process, so maybe you've already done this, but if you have not, it is always a good idea to have event insurance, and if you don't have it yet, now's the time to get it. During this period, you also want to make sure that all the bridal party attire has been ordered, reserved, shipped, whatever you need to do. All the groomsmen have sent measurements, all of their suits, tuxes, whatever they are renting or purchasing have been ordered, and all of the bridesmaids' dresses have also been ordered. Also, if you're a bride that's planning on having a veil, now's the time to order that if you haven't done so already, as well as your wedding bands. So if you guys haven't picked out your wedding bands or purchased your wedding bands yet, make sure to do that during this time frame so that you can make sure that they are ordered in enough time to get them for your wedding day if they do need to be ordered in. In addition to confirming the transportation schedule and putting that on your wedding website, now's a good time to also confirm any hotel blocks that you have and make sure that all of that information is also provided on your website, as this is the time period where many of your guests will likely be booking their stays and their transportation agendas and all those details for your wedding. About 4 to 5 months before your wedding, you also want to be working on the ceremony details with your officiant. Make sure you guys are on the same page. You have relayed whatever special readings or unity ceremonies or anything that you want to have included in your ceremony, and can start working on the script and kind of the schedule for the actual wedding ceremony for your day. Now's the time to also have a hair and makeup trial if you have not done so already. That way, if you do want to have another one, you have plenty of time to do so and really finalize whatever look you're going to have for your wedding day. This is also the time where, if you haven't already, you'll be doing any catering tastings, cake tastings, dessert tastings, anything that you need to do to really finalize the menus for your wedding day. You also want to confirm your plans for the end of the night of your wedding as well. So do you have a car booked that's going to take you and your partner away at the end of the night at your wedding? Are you staying on site? Do you have a hotel that you're going to at the end of the night? Make sure that you have how you're going to get there, how your bags and belongings are going to get there, and all of that stuff sorted out now so that you're not scrambling to finalize those details at the last minute. So, like I said, 4 to 5 months before your wedding is not a terribly demanding time of wedding planning. It's basically just going through, making sure you've checked off all those items that you need to, all the big ticket items are done, your vendors are confirmed, and you'll be following up with them in the next step a little bit closer to your wedding as far as final head counts and all of that. So this period of time you can kind of sit back and enjoy a little bit as long as you have done all of the items in the previous videos and the previous checklist items leading up to your wedding. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe to get weekly videos on wedding planning tips and advice, and we'll see you next week.